Welcome to Verity Tales, where we explore the rich and fascinating histories of countries around the world. Today, we journey to South Africa, a land steeped in ancient history and cultural heritage. South Africa harbors some of the oldest archaeological sites in the world. In Gauteng province, archaeologists uncovered extensive fossil remains in caves, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Cradle of Humankind. Sterkfontein is one of the richest sites globally, along with Swartkrans, Gondolin Cave, Kromdraai, Cooper's Cave, and Malapa. Raymond Dart identified the Tong child, the first hominin fossil found in Africa. This was just the beginning. Discoveries from Makapanshut, Border Cave, Clayseas River Caves, and others enriched our understanding of human ancestry. These findings reveal that various hominid species, from Australopithecus africanus to modern humans, Homo sapiens, lived in South Africa for about 3 million years. Modern humans have called southern Africa home for at least 170,000 years, shown by tools found in the Vaal River Valley. By the 4th or 5th century CE, Bantu-speaking peoples, using iron and farming techniques, had settled south of the Limpopo River. These settlers displaced or absorbed the original Khoisan peoples. The earliest ironworks date back to around 1050 in KwaZulu-Natal. Among the Bantu, the Xhosa reached the Great Fish River in today's Eastern Cape Province. In Mpumalanga, stone circles and Adam's calendar, created by the Bokoni, highlight the cultural development of these early populations. In 1487, Portuguese explorer Bartolomeu Dias led the first European voyage to land in southern Africa, reaching Walvis Bay in present-day Namibia. He continued down the western coast and, despite storms, inadvertently passed the southernmost point of Africa. Dias later named it Cabo das Tormentas, or Cape of Storms, which King John II renamed the Cape of Good Hope. By the early 17th century, Portugal's maritime dominance waned, and Dutch interest in the region grew. In 1652, Jan van Riebeeck established a Dutch East India Company station at the Cape of Good Hope, laying the foundation for Cape Town. The Cape became home to a diverse population, including Dutch settlers and enslaved people from Indonesia, Madagascar, and Africa. This mix led to the formation of the Cape Coloreds community. The eastward expansion of Dutch settlers led to conflicts with the Xhosa people, known as the Xhosa Wars. Both sides fought for pastureland, resulting in sporadic violence for decades. Great Britain occupied Cape Town in 1795 and reoccupied it in 1806, integrating it into the British Empire. British settlers arrived in 1820, expanding the European presence and bolstering frontier regions. In the early 19th century, the Zulu people expanded under Shaka, leading to the Mfikeng, a period of violence and displacement. The Matabele people, an offshoot of the Zulu, created a larger empire under King Mzilikazi. Many Dutch settlers, known as Voortrekkers, migrated during the Great Trek, founding the Boer Republics, the South African Republic, the Natalia Republic, and the Orange Free State. The discovery of diamonds in 1867 and gold in 1884 spurred economic growth and intensified British and Boer conflicts over resources. The Anglo-Zulu War of 1879 and subsequent Boer Wars marked significant conflicts. Despite initial resistance, the British ultimately prevailed, and South Africa became a key part of the British Empire. At the end of the 19th century, South Africa's urban population grew rapidly. Boer farmers fled to cities, becoming the white urban poor. Anti-British sentiments among white South Africans focused on independence. Racial segregation was initially informal but increasingly controlled by legislation. In 1910, the Union of South Africa was formed, uniting the Cape, Transvaal, and Natal colonies with the Orange Free State Republic. The Natives Land Act of 1913 severely restricted land ownership for blacks, who controlled only 7% of the land. In 1931, the Union became fully sovereign from the UK. In 1934, the South African Party and National Party merged to form the United Party, seeking reconciliation between Afrikaners and English-speaking whites. In 1948, the National Party came to power, instituting apartheid. This system classified people into racial groups, granting different rights and limitations. The white minority controlled the black majority, leading to vast disparities in living conditions. In 1955, the Congress Alliance adopted the Freedom Charter, calling for a non-racial society. South Africa became a republic in 1961, but apartheid policies persisted, despite growing opposition. In 1990, the National Party began dismantling apartheid, releasing Nelson Mandela and lifting bans on political organizations. The first universal elections in 1994 saw the ANC win by a landslide, ending apartheid and marking a new era. Post-apartheid South Africa faced high unemployment, poverty, and the HIV/AIDS pandemic. Despite efforts to address these issues, the country struggled with economic and political crises. Today, South Africa continues to navigate its complex history and build a more equitable future. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from history. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the fascinating history of South Africa, grab a copy of our detailed book version, link in the description. Packed with rich insights and captivating stories, it's a must-read for history enthusiasts.